support each other effectively, and our experiences, whether it is the impacts of colonialism, racial discrimination, cultural expectations, values, beliefs, patriarchal structures, or the male domination in all social spheres of our life, is what defines us, is what makes us who we are. And in creating a space where we can be true to ourselves, our authentic self, not the one we are on Facebook and social media, true to ourselves and our values, where we feel safe to raise these issues, to break our silences, talk about all our flaws as well as achievements and success, to inspire many, many other women who go through experiences in life, similar experiences in life. So we have a duty not only to ourselves to do that, but to our daughters and our sons, to create a society where we can be successful and unafraid. The real path to empowerment, ladies and gentlemen, it does not lie in the willingness to change. It lies in the drive and passion to incite that change in yourself. Thank you.
Many thanks, Jasmine, for this, in some extent, eye-opening talk. Let's have a bit of music, ladies and gentlemen. And I would like to invite Anvita Gupta on the stage. Please join me in welcoming Anvita Gupta. And also the musicians who will accompany for the rest of the evening. Omid Day, perhaps you all know him for his great contribution in shaping Asian Indian music here, and Taneem Ahmed. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome them on the stage. Anvita Gupta will sing a Dhamai song, and I would like to invite Molidhar and our own Onu, Rahel Chaudhary, and also if Pushpita kindly join in Dhamai dance while Futu will be singing. I think this is a moment of pride. While your daughter is singing, and if you kindly take part in Dhamai dance. So Moli, Onu, Rahel Chaudhary, Pushpita.
We see. I haven't done my stretches.
বিচিত্র পালকের মাঝে শুয়া হৃদয় যায়, বিচিত্র পালকের মাঝে শুয়া হৃদয় যায়। আমি শুইলে স্বপ্নে দেখি, আমি শুইলে স্বপ্নে দেখি, আমি শ্যাম লইয়া বেড়াই, আমি শ্যাম লইয়া বেড়াই গো, বলবো সখী কোন দেশেতে যাই। আমি কৃষ্ণ কোথায় পাই, ও আমি কৃষ্ণ কোথায় পাই গো, বলবো সখী কোন দেশেতে যাই। আপন জেনে প্রাণ বন্ধুরে হৃদে দিলাম ঠাই, আপন জেনে প্রাণ বন্ধুরে হৃদে দিলাম ঠাই। আমার ছিল আশা দিল দাগা, আমার ছিল আশা দিল দাগা, আমার আর প্রেমে কাজ নাই, আমার আর প্রেমে কাজ নাই গো, বলবো সখী কোন দেশেতে যাই। আমি কৃষ্ণ কোথায় পাই, ও আমি কৃষ্ণ কোথায় পাই গো, বলবো সখী কোন দেশেতে যাই। ভাই বেড়াধার মন বলে শোনো গো ধনী রায়, ভাই বেড়াধার মন বলে শোনো গো ধনী রায়। আমি পাইলে সামনে ধরবো গলে, আমি পাইলে সামনে ধরবো গলে, আমি পাইলে সামনে ধরবো গলে, আমি পাইলে সামনে ধরবো গলে। আর চারা চারি নাই, আর চারা চারি নাই গো, বলবো সখী কোন দেশেতে যাই। আমি কৃষ্ণ কোথায় পাই, ও আমি কৃষ্ণ কোথায় পাই গো, বলবো সখী কোন দেশেতে যাই। আমি কৃষ্ণ কোথায় পাই, ও আমি কৃষ্ণ কোথায় পাই, ও আমি কৃষ্ণ কোথায় পাই গো, বলবো সখী কোন দেশেতে যাই, বলবো সখী কোন দেশেতে যাই, বলবো সখী কোন দেশেতে যাই।
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together again for Angita Victor. Like I told you earlier, we have an exhibition on women in power by an award-winning choreographer, Pablo Khaled. So we will take a comfort break. You can perhaps take a peek to that exhibition space just for this show. And I would like to invite Pablo Khaled and Nisha Tafza, who came all the way from Bolton, to say a few words on this exhibition. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Pablo Khaled and Nisha Tafza on the stage.
Thank you, Kasim. Sorry. you, Amit. Thank you, Nari Chetala, for inviting me. Uh, I really don't know what to say after all these powerful words that were described by the lecturers before me. Regarding my exhibition, the photos were based on two famous poems by great Maya Angelou, and I'm sure all of you know about Maya Angelou, so I will not be telling things about Maya Angelou because that will be wrong because I don't have enough words to describe how powerful the poet was. But one thing I can tell you that I'm one of the luckiest person who have met her in 1988 when she came to Rutgers University in New Jersey. And I must share this with you. I was a first year student or freshman student, no pun intended. So sitting in the front row at Maya Angelou was of the days. And we were just staring at each other. And once the program was over, she just, waved her hands and called me, said, "Come over here." And then she asked me that, "Who are you? And why have you come to a black poetry session?" So I was saying that, my name is Pablo Khaled. I'm a Bangladeshi international student. I'm a big fan of your poetry. And he was very amazed that, people from Bangladesh knew about her poetry. And she said that, well, I hope you will keep in touch with me. But unfortunately, I never did, which was a big mistake from my part. So when Kaiser Bhai told me last year about this exhibition, and the poems were Still I Rise, and this year it was Phenomenal Woman, my main goal was to recreate the poem to the best of my ability, and for that, I selected 9 African American ladies who would be perfect for the poem Still I Rise, and for each stanza, we selected one woman, and all these women had some sort of bad experience in life with their personal life, education, upbringing. So I requested them to express each stanza to the best of their ability, and it was a fantastic job. And unfortunately, I have to say that the photos that are posted here is not a reflection of how the photo should be. I don't know how did this happen. Printing is not quite good, but basically it's woman empowerment, and they were trying to say that we have the right to stand up. We can tell the whole world how woman plays an important role, and you cannot just write us off. And for the second poem, which was Phenomenal Woman, Kaisar Bhai told me, this is very interesting. He said that select 8 Asian women who you think would represent this poem. And I decided for this project just to deal with women that I know in the last 4 or 5 years that I have met in England. And one of the most captivating moments was these women are very important in my life because for what they have done to me and for the society. Not basically for their physical look, but don't get me wrong, they're very beautiful people, and I'm sure a lot of you know them very well, and one of them is standing next to me. But these females represent how articulate a woman can be, how powerful a woman can be in a society, in building a society, and they don't need to have good physical appearance just to please a man. They can enjoy the will of the society. They can prove themselves just by their ability given to them by God, and we must learn how to accept them, respect them, love them, and care them for what they are, not for their beauty. And that is the main theme of this exhibition for the poem Phenomenal Woman. And I think these are phenomenal women by their virtue, not for their physical abilities alone. And we should respect and love them till, we breathe our last breath. Thank you very much, and hope you will enjoy it.
Thank you. You know him, and I work behind the scene. We chose 2 of Maya Angelou's poems, and she was a civil rights activist. She was very positive, and she never gave up. She fought, she changed the world and fought for what she believed in. She was raped at I think 8, when she was 8, and she chose poetry to cope with this trauma throughout her life. We chose 2 of her poems, and Still I Rise and The Phenomenal Woman. And she sent out a very important message to the world of convention and the stereotype world, that empowerment comes from being very confident with your own female skin, no matter if you are not beautiful or seen by the masses. And the models we worked here with, they are not any professional models, but please visit the exhibition. The poems are there, and they expressed the the models very beautifully. So that's it from me. Pablo has said enough. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
So our next performance is dance. But before we go for it, please put your hands together for Nishat and Pablo. They have done such a wonderful job. Because they mentioned about Maya Angelou, and I'm sure we have poetry loving audience here, so you must be familiar with his phenomenal poem, Still I Rise. Every time I read this, I decode something different. And it was equally inspiring for man as well. So, a wonderful dancer, Sharmishta Pandit, will give a visual interpretation of this poetry. Sharmishta Pandit is a Bharatanatyam diploma holder, and also she did post-diploma from Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, London. She has performed in so many prestigious places. She has performed for Shodho, Radharaman Society, and many distinguished organizations around here. Recently, she worked with a great son of Bengal, a golden son of Bengal, Akram Khan. So, ladies and gentlemen, our next performance is a visual interpretation of a wonderful poem, a phenomenal poem, Still I Rise.
You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your rise. Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't take it awful hard, just 'cause I laugh. Does it come as a surprise that I dance just like moons and like suns with the certainty of tides, just like hopes springing high? Still I rise. Out of the hut of history's shame I rise. Up from a past rooted in pain I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling. I bear in the time, leaving behind nights of terror and fear. I rise into a daybreak miraculously clear. I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the hope and the dream of the slave, and so I rise, I rise.
Thank you. Many thanks, Sharmishta. One thing that I was asked to pass on to you from the management of Butler Union, that there is an alarm set somewhere in this room. If you do not, or if your hands became lazy for more than 5 minutes, it will set off, and we will all have to evacuate this building. So please make sure. Exactly. Many thanks.
Under every seat.
So our next performance is a talk again, and that is one of the little angels, a genius, and I'm personally looking forward to listen her own way of interpretation on feminism, Sania Alam. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sania Alam on the stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'll be talking about the women that inspire me and my views on feminism. I would like to talk about women who are influencing the young generation of girls around the world to be more aware of their human rights, the environment, and humanity. An example of a woman that inspires me is Malala. Malala is a 22-year-old woman from Pakistan. She was shot by the Taliban when she was only 15. She inspires me because she shows how strong and intelligent women can really be. She demonstrates bravery through resistance against Taliban and their oppressive policies. Her quote, "One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world," emphasizes on the importance of education for all. Personally, I believe that education is a significant part of someone's life and their development, especially for women in this world when they are being oppressed in some countries. Without education, they cannot stand united, raise their voices, and fight against repressive establishments. You also may have heard of Rupi Kaur, an inspiring poet who is very influential towards the young generation. Rupi Kaur is a 27-year-old Canadian poet, originally from India, and she has written many poems, her main topic being feminism. Here is one of her poems. Of course I want to be successful, but I don't crave success for me. I need to be successful to gain enough milk and honey to help those around me succeed. This poem focuses on empathy and success, showing that if you help others around you to be successful, you will become successful yourself from being empathetic. Another poem she wrote. I want to apologize to all the women I have called pretty before I've called them intelligent or brave. I am sorry I made it sound as though something as simple as what you're born with is the most you have to be proud of, when your spirit has crushed mountains. From now on I will say things like you are resilient or you are extraordinary, not because I don't think you're pretty, but because you are so much more than that. This poem talks about how important it is to acknowledge a woman's personality and heart before her looks. It shows how some people undermine important qualities such as bravery, kindness, or empathy, and choose to judge a woman based on her appearance. Most recently, Greta Thunberg, a teenage activist for climate change, has drawn international attention towards her honest speeches on climate change. This inspires me and other girls a lot because she is reflecting our views on climate change and using her voice to make a change. As a 12-year-old girl, I feel that although women these days have so much more freedom, the world is still behind. Women are still being paid less than men, which should be dealt with. It also horrifies me that FGM, a barbaric practice acted upon in the name of religion, even though it has no religious connection whatsoever, is still happening to innocent young girls. It also angers me that abortion is illegal in some countries such as Alabama, where privileged men make laws on what a woman can and cannot do with her body. I want a world where women are given more freedom, where women don't have to live in fear and have the decision to do what they want with their bodies, where women are not undermined and are respected instead. Let's make the world a better place for women. Thank you for listening to this speech.
Thank you, Sania, for this really insightful talk. And I'm sure you enjoyed it as equally as I did. Please put your hands together for Sania. Our next performer is Tanushree Guha. She's a Indian classically trained singer, but mainly she sings Tagore, but she also sings equally some modern Bengali modern songs and Gono Shangit as well. So as usually, Amit and Tanim will be on accompaniment on keyboard and tabla respectively. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Tanushree Guha on the stage. So the books are just by the entrance. If you'd like to buy some books.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. Very inspiring talks from little girls. Yasmin, your talk was wonderful. I would like to start off by celebrating womanhood. So in Bangla, sky is called Akash. So it's in Tagore's words where he is talking about freedom of spirit, and in terms of the vastness of the sky, the openness of the sky, and the boundless spirit, which is to me celebrating freedom amongst the little things in nature. So it's an absolutely inspiring song for me, and you will probably hear Akash. I'm not sure if everybody can understand Bengali, but the word Akash resonates through the song. So it's a Tagore composition, the first one. এই আকাশে আমার মুক্তি আলোয় আলোয়, এই আকাশে আমার মুক্তি আলোয় আলোয়, আমার মুক্তি ধুলায় ধুলায় ঘাসে ঘাসে, এই আকাশে আমার মুক্তি আলোয় আলোয়। দেহ মনের সুদূর পারে হারিয়ে ফেলি আপনারে, দেহ মনের সুদূর পারে হারিয়ে ফেলি আপনারে, গানের সুরে আমার মুক্তি ঊর্ধ্বে ভাসে, এই আকাশে আমার মুক্তি আলোয় আলোয়। আমার মুক্তি সর্বজনে মনের মাঝে, দুঃখ বিপদ তুচ্ছ করা কঠিন কাজে, আমার মুক্তি সর্বজনের মনের মাঝে, দুঃখ বিপদ তুচ্ছ করা কঠিন কাজে, বিশ্বধাতার যজ্ঞশালা আত্মহোমের বহ্নি জ্বালা, জীবন যেন দিয়াহুতি আলোয় আলোয় এই আকাশে আমার মুক্তি আলোয় আলোয়। Thank you very much. We refer to our country as motherland. And motherland to me, and I think to everybody, all of us, it's a symbol of power, solidarity, freedom, and prosperity. And I associate each of these things with womanhood. The next song talks about Bengal and various nature and bits of things and happy things, greenery about Bengal. It's a happy song. You can feel the rhythm. Even if you don't understand the words, the happiness and the chirpiness should resonate with you. আজ বাংলাদেশের হৃদয় হতে কখন আপনি তুমি এই অপরূপ রূপে বাহির হলে জননী। আজ বাংলাদেশের হৃদয় হতে কখন আপনি তুমি এই অপরূপ রূপে বাহির হলে জননী। ওগো মা তোমায় দেখে দেখে আঁখি না ফিরে তোমার দুয়ার আজি খুলে গেছে সোনার মন্দিরে। ওগো মা ডান হাতে তোর খড়গ চলে বাঁ হাত করে শঙ্কা হরণ। ডান হাতে তোর খড়গ চলে বাঁ হাত করে শঙ্কা হরণ। দুই নয়নে স্নেহের হাসি ললাট নেত্র আগুন মরণ। ও মা তোমার কি মূরতি আজি দেখি রে তোমার দুয়ার আজি খুলে গেছে সোনার মন্দিরে। ওগো মা তোমার মুক্ত কেশের পুঞ্জ মেঘে লুকায় অশনি। তোমার আঁচল ছালে আকাশ তলে রৌদ্র বসনি। তোমার মুক্ত কেশের পুঞ্জ মেঘে লুকায় অশনি। তোমার আঁচল ছালে আকাশ তলে রৌদ্র বসনি। ওগো মা তোমায় দেখে দেখে আঁখি না ফিরে তোমার দুয়ার আজি খুলে গেছে সোনার মন্দিরে। ওগো মা যখন অনাদরে চাইনি মুখে ভেবেছিলেন দুঃখিনী মা। আছে ভাঙা ঘরে একলা পড়ে দুঃখের বুঝি নাই খুশিমা। কোথা সে তোর দরিদ্র বেশ কোথা সে তোর মলির হাসি। কোথা সে তোর দরিদ্র বেশ কোথা সে তোর মলির হাসি। আকাশে আজ ছড়িয়ে গেল ওই চরণের দীপ্তি রাশি। ওগো মা তোমার কি মূরতি আজি দেখি রে তোমার দুয়ার আজি খুলে গেছে সোনার মন্দিরে। ওগো মা আজি দুঃখের রাতে সুখের স্রোতে ভাষাও ধরণী। তোমার অভয় বাজে হৃদয় মাঝে হৃদয় ধরণী। আজি দুঃখের রাতে সুখের স্রোতে ভাষাও ধরণী। তোমার অভয় বাজে হৃদয় মাঝে হৃদয় ধরণী। ওগো মা তোমায় দেখে দেখে আঁখি না ফিরে তোমার দুয়ার আজি খুলে গেছে সোনার মন্দিরে। ওগো মা আজ বাংলাদেশের হৃদয় হতে জননী ওগো মা তোমায় দেখে দেখে আঁকি না ফিরে তোমার দুয়ার আজি খুলে গেছে সোনার মন্দিরে ওগো মা ওগো মা ওগো মা Ladies and gentlemen, I'll end my performance with song. I was just reading as I heard so many beautiful speeches by so many inspiring women and little girls and Kaiser Da and so many other people. I always believe that you have to dream big and you make your dream your goal. And having read in co-education schools and working through college and everything else, one thing that we lack, and it is just, I think by nature we are like that, we lack confidence. And I do believe from the bottom of my heart that the best makeup, the best ornament that a woman can wear is confidence. And it is really my dream that one day we'll see more of these confident women, not just in corporate houses and in boardrooms, but also in little decisions, even in the family, that really goes a very long way. And I feel it's almost our responsibility to inspire our children or whoever is their little girls growing up to instill that sense right from the very beginning. So my last song is about dreaming. It's Moshumi Bhumik song. It's a very, very, very favorite song of mine. It's a slow song and it talks about her dreams.